is going on? Example, yes, my man. How are you doing, bro? It has been a good little minute. I will admit that it's been a good little minute. It's been a crazy 2 weeks. Nuck and futz, like I like to say, nuck and futz. We'll go with that. That's the friendly PG version. But yeah, wasn't sure I was gonna be able to do this today. But you know what I'm saying? Like last minute, I'm running. Gotta get there. Gotta get there. Gotta get there. So I didn't know if I was going to do it. I was thinking about doing level 29 vendor reset, but I was like, you know what? Hell with it. It's level 29. I love it. I love it so much. I've been doing it for almost a year, but it has been corrupted so bad, man. There's so many people glitching in that are running Striker, Predator. It's just crazy, man. It's just crazy what these kids are doing. And then they're doing the manhunt seal, or manhunt cache, farming where they're just like dropping group and whatnot. And it's just become a joke. It only takes a couple people to ruin something really, really, really good. But anyway, so I'm gonna tear through this vendor reset. Um, everybody's got the classified gear, trying to get the stuff on Onslaught. Give y'all a few tips on how to breeze through Onslaught pretty easily, get all the masks really quick and easy if you haven't got them. They're going to be changing it where you don't have to do Stolen Signal to get the Smiler in case you don't have the Season Pass. So I think that's coming. It may have already been changed. I'm not sure yet. But one thing I've been doing like crazy is I love survival. Y'all should know it because I tell you all the time. I'm a survival junkie. And see, each one of these have 170 global event credits. So I've got all the classified sets. I really don't care about the sets. One thing I do want to do is I do want to be on the leaderboard so then I can get the outfit that comes with it. And I hate global event grinding. I freaking hate it. But what I'll do is like the last day, I'll just for like an hour tear through some missions, do as much as I can, and then the last few minutes I'll go through and open all these. And this will add towards it to where maybe I get up on tier 2 or 3. But I'm telling you, I really don't care about the global events anymore. So I'm sick of the gameplay whenever global events are going on. So I come in, I get the mask, whatever combinations I want to do, and then I just start doing survival or whatever after that. So. Alright, let's get the thing started. There's nothing over there at the blueprints vendor. Well, nothing that I might have. What's up, Swift? I just got started, so we're about to go through this together. I did just a minute ago look at the blueprints. There's nothing over there that I see. I think it's everything I own because it's just some level 229 stuff that's not that good. Normally I do talk about level 229 blueprints because they are good if you're running skill builds. But anyway, let's start with our terminal. Centurion this week's got expert and accurate on it. The Pecan light machine gun has 20% damage to targets out of cover with the talents of destructive, vicious, and Pecan. This is still a really good PvE weapon, and destructive is really good on it. So maybe a destructive ferocious, destructive, I don't know, predatory, whatever you want to run on it. Alright, the Liberator this week got 22% enemy armor damage with the talents of self-preserved, dominant, and responsive. The Capacity has got a low 288.5 stagger with trained, ferocious, and boomstick. And then the Historian's coming in with a very low 149 headshot damage with the talents of harmful, vicious, and history repeats. Got the Rhino special with Fierce on it and a converted SMG 9 with 22.5 crit chance, and the talents are accurate, unforgiving, and brutal. Got the military P416 assault rifle. I actually like this one. I like the custom one. It's got a decent rate of fire, very good handling, and it does pack a nice little punch. And it's got competent, dominant, and self-preserved. We got the tactical SASG 12 with 340 stagger on it. It's got responsive, self-preserved, and deadly. I'm actually going to put this down because this is a really good tactical SASG. Alright, let's go terminal. ASG. Ah, great. Nice pen died on me. Alright, tactical SASG. Responsive. And deadly. Alright, let's keep it moving. Got the SRS A1 marksman rifle with a decent 168 headshot damage with the talents of capable, disciplined, and unforgiving. Lastly, the infantry MG5 light machine gun with 19% damage to targets out of cover with the talents of deadly, accurate, and determined. We've got a rejuvenated mask here with a low 893 armor. It's got a 1267 electronics roll with enemy armor damage as the major and increased kill XP as the minor. Got a robust chest piece with 1771 armor It's got a low 1136 stamina roll to it. Major attributes are 10.5 exotic damage resilience, 9% skill haste, and the minor is 23% increased kill XP. Got the resourceful backpack with 1271 armor, really low 1145 stamina roll to it. Major attribute is 11,700 skill power and 53% ammo capacity coming in the minor attribute. Got a pair of prosperous knee pads with 1563 armor. Got a 1168 electronics roll with enemy armor damage as the major. And they've got 28 disrupt, 31 disorient, and then 31 blind deaf resist. Got a nimble holster with low firearms and stamina roll. It's got a 1234 electronics roll. Major attribute is 8,333 health with the 935 armor, so not too bad. And lastly, we got a pair of Astute gloves with a very low 881 armor. It's got a 1240 electronics roll. Major attributes are 11% shotgun, 9% skill haste, and 15% critical hit damage. Got a horribly bad low 229 stamina mod with 4% signature ability resource gain, and a 6.5 mobile cover health mod. Here we got an extended magazine with a low 112.5 magazine size. Got 5% reload speed and 5.3 rate of fire. Got a loud vent break here with 18% crit damage, 6% headshot damage, and 2.5 stability. It's not that bad. It's not the best. It'd be nice if it had crit chance on it, but if you just don't have any loud vent breaks, this is one you could pick up. You should. If you don't have any and you're in World Tier 5, something's wrong. Alright, we got a reload speed hand stop here with 31% reload speed, 2% accuracy, and 4% critical hit damage. And lastly, we got a very nice C79 scope with 19% critical hit damage, which is the max. It does have stability and accuracy on it. You know, you'd like to have a headshot and critical hit chance. But if you got yourself a crit hit build where you're pretty much already maxed out anyway, that little extra crit damage right there is very nice because that is maxed out. And always, if you got a bunch of Phoenix credits to blow, you can buy you a classified cashier. Guarantees you one item. Classified item, one out of the 84 there is, but you do get the target intel weapon kits, and then the all-important div tech to it. So, alright. Let's go see what we got. The advanced weapon vendor. We will push on. I'll try to get through this one pretty quick. Like I said, I know we're at a point in the game now where really the only thing you're looking for in vendor resets is maybe that God roll gun or weapons mod or, you know, some kind of performance mod. Everything else is really just falls to the wayside. Alright, here we got a Rhino special with Adept on it. Got an enhanced AUG A3P submachine gun with 21% critical hit chance with the talents of Determined, Brutal, and Ferocious. We got a military P416 again with 20% enemy armor damage. Talents are Vicious, Destructive, and Fierce. Here's the Marine Super 90, which is an extremely OP gun in level 29. It's crazy powerful. Comes in with 328.5 stagger with Capable, Brutal, and Swift. Got the Covert SRS Marksman Rifle with 161 headshot damage with the talents of Prepared, Ferocious, and Talented. And lastly, we got the Black Market RPK 74E Light Machine Gun with 19% damage to targets out of cover with the talents of Prepared, Fierce, and Unforgiving. We got the Heavy Spring Magazine with 5% reload speed, 3% critical hit chance, and a 9.4 rate of fire. Omega Rifle Suppressor Tan with 16.5 headshot, 2% accuracy, and 2.5 stability. We got the Vertical Grip FDE with 48% optimal range, 4% critical hit damage, and 4.5 reload speed. And lastly, we've got a Reflex Sight Tan. These are the ones you want to stay away from. That has 5% optimal range, 5.5 headshot damage, and 2.5 crit hit chance. If you're using a bolt action sniper rifle, really any sniper rifle for that matter, I would recommend instead of putting a small grip on your underbarrel, definitely put the vertical grip. That optimal range it's massive, and then if you pair that with like Prepared, you can be hitting targets at distance. You can be packing a knockout punch, and this is a good one because it's got the crit damage on it also. So, all right, so we'll go to the DZ vendor here in the base. Alright, we got a first wave M1A marksman rifle with 150, it looks like 8 headshot damage with the talents of Deadly, Adept, and Capable. Got a recovered holster here with 993 armor. It's got 1200s on the firearms and stamina. It's got a low 1134 on the electronics roll with 7,946 health. Got a 3.5 mobile cover damage resilience mod. and an angle grip red with 13.5 stability, 2% accuracy, and 4.5 reload speed. Alright. Here we got a M249B light machine gun with 18% damage to targets out of cover, with the talents of Fierce, Vicious, and Dominant. And then we got a high velocity magazine with 7.5 crit chance, 11.5 magazine size, and 4.7 rate of fire. We got a rejuvenated mask here with 958 armor. It's got a low 1183 firearms roll to it. Major attribute is 8% enemy armor damage, and the minor is 12% increased kill XP. Right, we got a prototype superior stamina mod 202 with 5% increased kill XP, and a 265 stamina mod with 3% signature ability resource gain. Alright, I'm going to jump over to Camp Clinton real quick, see what we got over here. And then from there I'll start up at Items Hope and work my way through the safe houses. Hope everyone's had a great week. If you're grinding on Onslaught, it's an interesting global event to say the least. I will say though, if you play Survival, the ammunition with status effects, it's come in handy a couple of times. There's been a few times where I was clearing some landmarks on the DZ, and it definitely helped out a little bit. Alright, blueprints over here at Camp Clinton. We got a gear score 256 electronic knee blueprints, and then a power level 34 small laser pointer blueprint. We got a 229 enhanced AUG blueprint, and SRS A1 229, as long as the firearms and stamina backpack blueprints. If you're running a skill build, it's always nice to pick up some 204 or 229 blueprints. You can craft you some weapons and hopefully unlock some talents that you couldn't otherwise unlock. I know it's come in handy a few times with some of my builds that I put together. Alright, let's get started here. Alright, we got the Historian with very nice 170 headshot damage, with the talents of Skilled and Discipline. Centurion this week has Determined on the free slot, or not the free slot, but the bottom slot. And the Liberator has 21% enemy armor damage with the talents of Responsive, Predatory, and Swift. Cassidy this week's got 342.5 stagger with the talents of Unforgiven, Deadly, and Boomstick. And the Pecan has 20% damage to targets out of cover with Fierce and Dominant. Got Officer's M9A1 with Deadly, an enhanced PP-19 submachine gun with 21% critical hit chance, and the talents of Vicious, Swift, and Hurried. Got a Police M4 assault rifle with 22% enemy armor damage, with the talents of Adept, Swift, and Dominant. And we got a double barrel sawed-off shotgun with Sustained, Determined, and Talented. It's actually not too bad. I think it's close to the one I have. I got Predatory, Unforgiven, and Determined. That's right. I got another one now. But you could always put Predatory in that top slot, and then if you can unlock Determined, nice. But regardless, though, having Predatory, or put Predatory in the middle and have Sustained, Predatory, and Talented, that'd be a very nice one. Alright, we got the Covert SRS Marksman Rifle with 147 headshot damage with Intense, Determined, and Toxic. And we got the classic RPK 74 Light Machine Gun with 21% damage to targets out of cover with Prepared, Adept, and Unforgiven. So we've got the Tenacious Mask with a low 883 armor. It also has a low 1120 stamina roll to it. Major attribute is 5% health on kill, with the minor being 14% increased kill XP. We've got a robust chest piece with 1848 armor. It's got a 1170 stamina roll. Major attributes are 4% all resist, 10.5 exotic damage resilience, with the minor being 24% increased skill XP. And we got a resourceful backpack with 1208 armor. It's got a 1269 electronics roll to it, with the major attribute being 14% stability and the minor 53% ammo capacity. Got another pair of prosperous knee pads here with a 1546 armor roll. It's got a 1224 stamina roll to it with 4% enemy armor damage as the major, and the minors are 28 shock resist, 31 disrupt resistance, and 15% damage to elites. Got a recovered holster with 992 armor. It's got pretty decent firearms and stamina roll with a low electronics at 1139, and the major attribute is 3.5 crit chance. And lastly, a pair of Acid gloves with 941 armor. It's got a 1268 firearms roll. Major attributes are 10% assault rifle damage, 4% health on kill, and 8% skill haste. Here we got a 248 electronics mod with 2862 skill power and a 3.5 ballistic shield damage mod. These are the mods you definitely want to run if you're running your D3. You don't want to put the ballistic shield health or damage resilience. If you're stacking in and getting that 9,000 stamina that you need to fully unlock that shield, you want to run 4 of these. 4% is the max, but what this does is this ballistic shield damage adds actual damage to your weapon. So if you have 4 of these on, you're sitting with 14% extra weapon damage, which can be huge when running that ballistic shield. Alright, we got an extended mag with 109.5 magazine size, 3% critical hit chance, and 4.5 reload speed. We got an Omega Rifle Suppressor 10 with 18.5 crit headshot damage, 2.5 critical hit chance, and 4% critical hit damage. I'm going to write that one down just because that is very close to being God rolled. It's like 2.5 or 0.5% crit chance off of being God rolled. So Omega 18.5, 2.5. Oh, actually, 6% crit damage is, I think, the max, or headshot damage. No, that's right, that's right. I'm thinking of something else. Pardon me, y'all. It's been a couple weeks since I've been on. Alright, we got the PEQ-15 laser green with 16% accuracy, 4.5 reload speed, and 4% critical hit damage. And lastly, the small RDS scope with 12% stability, 4% critical hit damage, and 6% headshot damage. Alright, let's head on up to Autumn's Hope. I've stated before, I'll state again, I'm a survival junkie on this game. I love it now. I play it, I was doing like one run just about every night, sometimes every other night, and now it's to the point where I usually do 1 to 2 runs per day. Especially with the global event going on, I got the mask, got some of the accommodations unlocked, and then just kind of got burnt out on it already. So what I'm getting at is if you're on PS4 and you've never successfully extracted in survival, let me know. Hit me up, send me your friend request, send me a message, and yeah, we'll get you extracted out. And I guarantee you will actually like it. You can tell me you hate that game mode as many times as you want, because I used to say the same thing until the first time extracted, and then after that I was hooked. So if you've never done it, let me know, and we'll go do it. Alright, here we go with the specialized backpack. It's got 1157 armor to it with a very low 1137 electronics roll. Major attribute is 13,067 health, with the minor being 16% burn resist. And then we've got a low superior 194 stamina mod with 11% ammo capacity and a 7.5 support station duration mod. Check out the Wolves Den. Alright. Here we got a Black Market AK-74 assault rifle with 19% enemy armor damage with the talents of Sustained, Skilled, and Unforgiven. And we've got an extended magazine with 116.5 magazine size, 4% critical hit damage, and 5.5 rate of fire. So I'm going to try to tear through these pretty quick. Just looking for those really good items. If you are inside the DZ right now, I'll hit the checkpoints. For the sake of time, I don't go to each one of the safe rooms. But if you happen to be in the dark zone right now, and you stop by any of the safe rooms inside the DZ, and you see any items that are just really good must-haves, I'd really appreciate it if you put it in chat. Alright, here we got a nimble holster with 942 armor. It's got a decent firearms and electronics roll of 1249 and 1250 with a low 1150 stamina roll, and the major attribute is 7% skill haste. We've got a 185 superior stamina mod with 4% disorient resist, and a 235 firearms mod with 3% signature ability resource gain. So trash. Alright, we got a P4 Storm Type T with Expert and Swift, and a muzzle brake with 13.5 stability, 4% critical hit damage, and 6% headshot damage, which is pretty good if you're running any kind of LMG or something like that. It's got horrible stability and you're trying to turn it into a laser beam. Alright, here we got a sturdy holster with 979 armor to it. It's got a 1265 firearms roll with low stamina electronics rolls, and 18.5% reload speed is the major attribute. And then we've got a low 187 superior firearms mod with 6% increased kill XP, and a 259 firearms mod with 3,197 health. I really don't write anything down as being really good unless it's pushing that 263 and above type of range. So, let's hit Camp Hudson. Alright, the weapons vendor, we got a custom L86A2 light machine gun with 21% damage to targets out of cover, with the talents of capable, accurate, and fierce. And then we got the Russian red dot sight with 15% accuracy, 6% headshot damage, and 2.5 critical hit chance. And we got a pair of Prosperous knee pads with a 1461 armor roll, 1259 stamina with 15,158 health, and the minor attributes are 14% damage to elites, 28% disrupt, and 28% bleed resist. Then we got a superior 210 stamina mod with 4% blind death resist, and a 231 stamina mod with 3% skill haste, which is ridiculously low. Let's go check out the meat locker. Alright. We got the Super 90 shotgun with 299 stagger with it, and the talents are Adept, Unforgiven, and Dominant. And then we got a CQBSS scope 8 times with 11.5 stability, 2% accuracy, and 4.5 optimal range. Nothing really worth the damn. Let's check out Madison's stand. Again, I want to thank everybody for all the kind words and condolences and whatnot. The day after Mother's Day, very close family member of mine suddenly died. It was very unexpected, and it was definitely hard. And I really appreciate everyone reach out and just had a lot of kind words. Took a week off to really spend some time with the family, and then got back to it last weekend. Streamed Friday night. I tried to stream, and my internet was all bugged out. Got one in Saturday, and then Sunday, Sunday got a call from one of my closest friends' mothers that he had passed away from an overdose, and so it is just like being hit all over again. So anyway, again, I appreciate everyone who has reached out with kind words and whatnot. It's definitely been a rough 2 weeks, so thank you. Alright, here we go. We got a refreshed mask with 990 armor. It's got a 1258 stamina roll to it, with the major attribute being 7% enemy armor damage, and the minor is 16% burn resist. Got a superior 197 firearms mod with 5% increased kill XP, and a 254 stamina mod with 4% signature ability resource gain. Now what I can do, as soon as I get done with the vendor reset here, if y'all want me to, let me know, and I'll end this stream and I will immediately start another one, and I'll sign into 29 and I'll go through and do a live 29 too, if that's what you want. A lot of the stuff that you see, the high-end gear that you'll see here, will still be, like if you sign into 29, you come down, there's a sturdy holster, a lot of times it'll be sturdy. You see there's a guy right here, 29, going through. A lot of times you'll still get another sturdy, but sometimes it's not. It will be something different. So, hello, what is up, my brother? How are you doing? Whew, crazy week. Alright, here we are. We got an M700 tactical marksman rifle with 142 headshot damage with the talents of toxic, accurate, and elevated. And then we got a C79 scope with 16% critical hit damage, 2% accuracy, and 2.5 stability. Let's go check the ward out. Alright, dear Lord. Crowded over here. Effed up, damn. Like, injured effed up? Hopefully. Well, I say hopefully, I don't mean hopefully, like, you know what I'm saying. Hopefully not the other effed up. Alright, we got a pair of prosperous knee pads with 1567 armor with 1178 electronics roll. Major attribute is 3% all resist. Minor attributes are 13% damage to elites, 54% increased kill XP, and 33% shock resist. We got a 201 superior stamina mod with 3% bleed resist and a 6% turret duration mod. Let's go check out Southpaw and see what we got popping. Popping into Paul. So far in the terminal special equipment vendor, there is a tactical SASG with responsive, self-preserved, and deadly. Give me 1 second. This is a very important call. No, I'm effed up physically. I'm very tired, not injured. Okay, just tired. Alright, here we go. We got a relentless backpack with 1208 armor. It's got 1150 stamina roll to it. Major attribute is 12,270 skill power, with the minor being 15% bleed resist. We got a superior 189 firearms mod with 4% disrupt resistance and a 253 firearms mod with 2% all resist. I need to get rid of that. All resistance. Just get rid of that then. Sorry ass talent. Has anybody been playing H1Z1? It's fun. Got to play a couple matches of it, not that much. Like I said, it's been a crazy couple weeks. Crazy. I'm ready for the Division 2 reveal trailer, though. We're sitting in about 16 or 17 days away. I can't wait. Alright, here we go. We have got another Super 90 with 319.5 stagger with the talents of trained, vicious, and brutal. And then we got a hand stop OD green with 28% reload speed, 5% optimum range, and 4% critical hit damage. Another thing, I was talking about this level 29. I've been doing 29 for almost a year now. It was so much fun. Even when people first started coming on, it was fun. But now with these glitchers that are coming in with Striker, Predator, if you see somebody running around in level 29 and they're using a house as their primary weapon, okay, you cannot get the house. It is a level 30 and above weapon only. If you see the Striker emblem or the Predator emblem, they are glitching in somehow. So, I've actually had a bunch of people already send me video and pictures of people, and it is and has been turned over to the proper people. I do have a friend who is a developer who actually works on the Dark Zone as his thing, and so they are definitely investigating people and things like that. So if you have anything, please send it to me, pictures, video, whatever. And these people would definitely have to face some consequences coming up soon. I think some are going to be handed out this week. Alright, we got a Tenacious Mask here with 963 armor. It's got 1168 electronics roll. Major attribute is 7.5% enemy armor damage, and the minor is 14% disorient resist. And then we've got a 186 superior stamina mod with 3% disrupt resist, and a very low 238 firearms with 3% signatures ability, resource gain, whatever crap. Alright. Alright. We've got a converted SMG-9 submachine gun with 22.5 critical hit chance with the talents of Unforgiven, Skilled, and Destructive. And then we got an Omega Rifle Suppressor with 17.5 headshot damage, 4% critical hit damage, and 3% critical hit chance. I'm not going to put this one on here just because we do have the one that's, in my opinion, a little bit better at Camp Clinton. Now, that one does cost Phoenix credits instead of regular game credits, so you know what? Hell with it. I'll put this one on here. Plus, there's nothing else worth a damn this week, so I gotta have something, right? The Crypt. Oh yeah, 17, 5, 3, and 4. Alright, so this was shitty as usual. It's going up here in the DZ and start hitting some checkpoints. I think the next thing I'm really looking forward to in the game, after Onslaught ends, they've already said next month they're going to start back over with Outbreak again. When they do that, I wish they would just like put all the gear sets out there and just let people pick which ones they want. But after that, I'm excited for the 2 new legendaries and then the shields thing that, yeah, ready to learn more about what these shields are and how you do them. Get us some cool items for Division 2. Alright, so here we got another very low 241 firearms mod with 3% skill haste, and then a 2.5 smart cover damage resilience mod. So I'm going to kind of go through these quick. East 61st Street. Some of my vendor reset videos in the past were upwards of like 2 hours. I got them quicker. I went from being like 2 hours down to like an hour and a half, whatnot, and now I try to keep them at like an hour tops from very start to very end. Alright, we got a high velocity mag with 7.5 crit chance, 4.5 reload speed, and 11% magazine size. We got a compensator with 12% stability, 3% critical hit chance, and 2% accuracy. Vertical grip OD green, 43% optimal range, 5% reload speed, and 2.5 stability. We've got the ACOG scope 4 times with 16% accuracy, 2.5 stability, and 6% headshot damage. Alright, this next checkpoint right here, East 58th, is definitely a go-to on level 29 because it sells all high-end gear. Then the one after that, Park Avenue, is all high-end weapons. So whenever I am doing level 29 stuff, these are the 2 that I definitely hit, along with the 08 safe room because it has nothing. They got a vendor that's all high-end gear. Alright, we got a rejuvenated mask with 931 armor. It's got a 1240 stamina roll with 4% all resist as the major and 14 blind def as the minor. And we got a vigorous chest piece with 1822 armor, 1175 stamina roll, major attributes of 4% health on kill, 9% skill haste with the minor being 27% increased kill XP. Got a technical backpack with 1229 armor, 1150 stamina rolled, major attribute is 8% critical hit damage, and the minor is 47% ammo capacity. Got a pair of accomplished knee pads, 1508 armor with 1162 electronics roll. Major attribute is 14,678 health, with the minors being 30% burn, 30% shock resist, and 55 increased kill XP. Got a steadfast holster with very low 867 armor. It's got low 1100s across the board, and then the major attribute is 6% skill haste. Lastly, we got a pair of cunning gloves with low H77 armor, very low 1132 firearms roll, and it's got 8% enemy armor damage, 8% skill haste, and 10% pistol damage. So nothing there. Check out Park Avenue. Alright, we've got a first wave PF45 pistol with expert and proficient. Got the MP5 ST submachine gun with 21% critical hit chance with competent, fierce, and swift. Got a G36C with 21% enemy armor damage. Talents are ferocious, swift, and focused. Black Market SASG 12 with 292.5 stagger with adept, self-preserved, and vicious. Got the M700 carbon marksman rifle with 164 headshot damage, and the talents are unforgiven, destructive, and elevated. Lastly, we got the military MK46 light machine gun with 20% damage targets out of cover, with commanding, dominant, and adept being your talents. Go check out East 53rd Street. Like I said, I'm going to book through them pretty quick. Try to get this done in the next 10 minutes or so. That way y'all can get back on the game. And, yeah, I can figure out what am I going to do. Maybe hit a little level 29. Maybe go back to survival. I'm telling you, I love survival. It's so much fun. Alright, we got the 586 Magnum with expert and destructive. We got a resourceful backpack with 1224 armor, 1234 stamina roll. Major attribute is 11,533 skill power. Minor attribute is 17% burn resist. Here we got a very low 228 firearms mod with 2.5% exotic damage resilience, and a small laser pointer with 15.5 accuracy, 4.5 optimal range, and 4% critical hit damage. Alright, go East 46th Street. Alright, we got the M870 Express shotgun with 341 stagger with his talents of self-preserved, determined, and unforgiven. Got a pair of Astute gloves with 981 armor with a very low 1195 electronics roll. Major attributes are 9% skill haste, 14 critical hit damage, and 11% SMG damage. And we've got a 2% pulse critical hit chance mod, and then a 552 hollow sight with 7.5 critical hit chance, 2.50 stability, and 4.50 optimal range. Pushing on down to the next one. Oh, there it is. East 42nd. Alright, got another M870 Express here. It's got 303 stagger with responsive, trained, and deadly. So that's pretty damn good. So I'm going to write that down because I know some people are going to like that one. East 42nd. M870 Express. Let's get 303. Responsive, trained, and deadly. Alright. Here we got a Reckless chest piece with 1769 armor. It's got a low 1131 electronics roll to it. Major attribute is 15,133 health, 4% all resist, and the minor is 56% ammo capacity. I actually love the Reckless chest piece and level 29. Alright, we got a 7.5 mobile cover health performance mod and a heavy spring magazine with 5% reload, 3% critical hit chance, and 10.8 rate of fire. Alright, let's go down here. East 40th. For an MP5. Possibly go to 29 and go up to Park Avenue, DZ checkpoint where I was just at, because there was an MP5 ST there. You'll probably find a high-end MP5 there too, my friend. I've got it's been a little while since I've been on 29, but like I said, I've been doing level 29 for like a year, and so I have got pretty much a fully optimized build. There's a few pieces, like my actual gear pieces, I still got to finish, but it's a beast. But it just sucks whenever you got people running a striker down there. All right, here we got a military RPK 74M with 22% damage to targets out of cover. Talents are accurate, swift, and dominant. No, it's not there. Okay, I got you. All right, we got a recovered holster with 1228 firearms. It's got 1100s on the stamina and electronics with the major attribute of 19.5 reload speed. We got a 5% support station healing speed mod for all you reclaimers or healers out there. And lastly, a flash hider with 16% accuracy, 2.50 stability, and 5.50 headshot damage. Alright, check out East 34th Street. If you're on my server, there's an extraction in 01 for all you rope cutters. Alright. Alright, we've got the Tactical SA-58 assault rifle with 21% enemy armor damage with the talents to sustain, dominant, and fierce. We've got the sturdy holster with really low rolls, to be honest with you, across the board, and 18% reload speed. Got a 237 electronics mod with 2.50 exotic damage resilience, and lastly a PEQ 15 laser with 16 accuracy, 4% critical hit damage, and 5% reload speed. Alright. Come on, there it is. East 31st Street coming up. Alright, we've got Police T821 with 19.5% critical hit chance with the talents of determined, talented, and adept. We got a vigorous chest piece with 1724 armor, 1211 electronics roll. Major attributes are 4% all resist, 5.5 enemy armor, and 26% increase. Kill XP is your minor. We got a 4.5 pulse duration performance mod and a tyrant suppressor with 6.50 crit chance, 2.50 stability, and 4% critical hit damage. Check out Fifth Ave. Alright. I've got the snub-nosed rhino with expert and unforgiven. Got a tenacious mask with low 894 armor. It's got a 1203 electronics roll with 4% health on kill, and the minor is 13% increased kill XP. What's up, Sammy? It's actually been another horrible week, but here, I'll give you a rundown real quick. Special equipment vendor inside the terminal has a tactical SASG 12 with responsive, self-reserved, and deadly. Camp Clinton has an Omega rifle suppressor with 18.5 headshot, 2.5 critical hit chance, 4% critical hit damage. That costs Phoenix credits. And then the Crypt Safe House has another Omega rifle suppressor. This one's just regular game credits. 17.5 headshot damage, 3% critical hit chance, and 4% critical hit damage. And then the East 42nd DZ vendor has a M870 Express shotgun, 303 stagger with responsive, trained, and deadly. And that's it. So 4 items, 2 shotguns and 2 Omega rifle suppressors. Woohoo! All right, we got a 253 electronics mod with 2.5 exotic damage resilience and another Omega rifle suppressor with 18.5 headshot, 2.5 stability, and 2.5 critical hit chance. Let's go to East 31st. But yeah, it's been another shitty week. It's like all the others. No damage to elite mods or anything like that. Yeah, there hasn't really been there was one other, I think, exotic damage resilience mod, but it was a 228 firearms mod, extremely low. Alright, we got a SOCOM MK20 SSR marksman rifle with a very low 147 headshot damage with the talents of commanding, deadly, and balanced. Got a pair of decisive gloves with 908 armor with 1134 stamina roll. Major attributes are 9% skill haste, 4% health on kill, and 7% enemy armor damage. Got a 6% support station duration mod and a tyrant suppressor with 6.50 critical hit chance, 4.50 optimal range, and 6% headshot damage. Alright, let's go to West 34th Street. If you're having any trouble with anything on Global Event Onslaught, maybe acquiring the mask or anything like that. These are really easy masks to get. But if you need a hand with anything and you're on PS4, let me know. If not, if you're on Xbox or PC, still put it in chat, as we got plenty of members of DTech Gaming Group that are on all platforms. All right, we got a classic M44 carbine marksman rifle with 162 headshot damage with the talents of fierce, vicious, and accurate. We got a pair of Savage gloves with 869 armor, so low on that, with 1142 stamina roll. It's got a major attribute of 10% SMG damage, 7% skill haste, and 7.5 enemy armor damage. Here we got a 3.5 Seeker Mine damage performance mod and a high velocity mag with 7.50 crit chance, 11.50 magazine size, and 4% critical hit damage. All right, let's see, we got it West 39th. Oh, damage release, my bad. Oh, okay, you're good, you're good. 3 a.m. Whew. Where you at? England? Alright, we got a Black Market M60E6 light machine gun with 20% damage targets out of cover with the talents of Sustain, Prepared, and Dominant. I gotta insert this real quick. Can't wait till tomorrow. My beloved Liverpool, the Reds, will be playing in the Champions League final against the well-built and mighty freaking Real Madrid with Cristiano Ronaldo. So, I hope we win, but I'm not going to set myself up for a big disappointment. Germany, okay, see, there we go. My brother's in Germany right now. He is stationed over in Germany. The only thing I really know in German, and don't laugh at me, Sammy, is Du bist ein Dummkopf. I think I probably didn't even say it right. Alright, here we go with an Enduring Mask with 932 armor. It's got a 1229 electronics roll. Major attribute is 9.5 exotic damage resilience, and the minor is 13% increased kill XP. We've got a pretty decent 265 firearms mod with 3% skill haste. I'll come back to that. And then an extended mag with 117.5 magazine size, 4% critical hit damage, and 4.50 reload speed. I'm going to put this down just because there are still some people that might not have this. Let's go 265 firearms, 3% skill. It's West 39. God, I have no idea what you just said. I think Du bist ein Dummkopf. It's supposed to be like you're a dumbhead. Like I said, it was something somebody told me long time ago. I probably hacked it up. Du bist ein Dummkopf, I think. Alright, here we go with the military M8. Yeah, that right there. I learned that when I was like 12, so that's coming up on 25 years ago. And it's stuck with me ever since. Every time I talk to somebody who's German or speaks German, I always say that. I'm like, Du bist ein Dummkopf. And they're like, you should call me a dumbhead. Yeah, that's all I know. You know, Americans, we always just want to know the curse words in other languages. It's just, it is what it is. Alright, military M870. This is the M870 shotgun vendor reset. 330.5 stagger with the talents of Sustained, Deadly, and Predatory. Got a pair of cunning gloves with 996 armor with a 1245 firearms roll. Major attribute is 11% pistol damage, 11% LMG damage, and 6.5 enemy armor damage. And then here we got a 255 electronics mod with 4% signature ability resource gain. And then we got a quick release with 28.5 reload speed, 3% critical hit chance, and 4.7 rate of fire. Alright, let's go to West 46th Street. Alright, we've got the tactical M249 para light machine gun with 20% damage to targets out of cover with the talents of Capable, Vicious, and Adept. We've got a resourceful backpack with 1214 armor. It's got 1172 firearms roll with 12,084 skill power, and the minor is 17% burn resist. Here we got a very low 234 electronics roll with 3100 skill power and an extended magazine with 120.5 magazine size, 4.5 reload speed, and 2.5 critical hit chance. And lastly, we're going up to West 53rd Street. End of the line. Alright. Alright, we got a SOCOM MK20 SSR marksman rifle with a very low 143 headshot damage. It's got the talents of meticulous, sustain, and intense. And then we got a specialized backpack with 1166 armor. It's got a 1218 electronics roll. Major attribute is 12,307 health, and the minor is 14% disrupt resist. Here we got a 4.5% support station healing speed mod and a muzzle brake that's got 12.50 stability, 2% accuracy, and 3% critical hit chance. So yeah, that sucked. That was horrible. That was one of the worst vendor resets I think I've experienced here in my time in Clancy's The Division. So, as you can see, it was just a couple of mega rifle suppressors, a couple shotguns, and then a firearm skill haste mod. Really, really piss poor. We got like 5 or 6 days left on the global event. This is just a build I had thrown together. This is a striker, kind of a PvE build. I do have a striker. Yeah, I get all my other builds on me. Anyway, the masks were very, very easy to get this week. Ember. So this is one I think you got for, you got to kill 5 enemies in a row with the whatever that they're vulnerable to, which is really easy. You just got to put it on Savage. You can do that solo, and literally, I think we started Warren Gate and went and killed the first 5 guys. One guy got it, started it over. I went and killed the next 5 guys. Another one person went and killed the first 5 guys. He got it, and then I just pressed on and killed the other 5, and then I got it, and it was like, wow, that was ridiculously easy. And then the Ember, the Oni one. The Oni one here is where you got to get like 200. You got to kill 200 with bleed, or not even kill. You just got to make 200 bleed, 200 gas, and 200 catch on fire. And we actually did that by going to Clear Sky. You could, like the last global event, you could drop down to World Tier 2 and go to Clear Sky and just rack up the Riker kills. This one, it had to be on World Tier 5. So we just went to Clear Sky, and on the very first part there, we just never picked up the explosives and just farmed the Rikers as they came out. And it really didn't take very long for us to get, each of us to get this mask. Now, I will say the gassing one did take a little bit longer. For some reason, you get that bleed and the burn a lot more. I don't know why. But all of us in the group, I think 3 or 4 of us, the gas one was the last one we had to do to get the mask. And then the last one, Smiler, is you just have to complete each mission that is on the Onslaught Global Event playlist, which was Russian Consulate, Broadway Emporium, Police Academy, Warren Gate Power Plant, and Stolen Signal Incursion. However, Stolen Signal you can only do with the Season Pass. And so this was the first time that they actually had a mask directly tied to an incursion. Well, no, I take that back. Well, they had one, the Falcon Lost, but this is the first time that a mask was tied to an incursion that you could only get through having the Season Pass. And I guess a lot of people kind of got up in arms over that, saying, hey, that's not fair, just because we didn't spend the money, we shouldn't have to. I understand that. I mean, I do. You shouldn't have to pay to get anything extra, in the game. So apparently they're going to come through. I don't know if it's already been changed or not, but they are going to come through and make a change to where you don't have to do Stolen Signal to get the mask. So I don't know if they're going to add another mission to it, I don't know if maybe they'll throw like a Clear Sky or a, what's it called? Falcon Lost in there or whatnot. We'll just have to wait and see if it hadn't already been done. So, yeah. Then, I haven't even got all the combinations. This one's pretty easy. Your weakness is my sweetness. This is another one where you got to kill the people with their the ammo type they're vulnerable to. I did this by myself yesterday. Or not yesterday, day before yesterday. What I did is I literally went to Warren Gate by myself on solo, put it on Savage, and I just put it on hard. I didn't do legendary or challenging since I was going through this way. And all I did was run the mission twice. I went through it one time and I made sure I killed every enemy with what they were vulnerable to. Beat the mission, I restarted it, went through it one more time, and I got it just off doing it twice. So you can do Warrengate on hard 2 times solo and get this. You got to think, if you do it in a group, then it's only the kills that you actually get. Yeah, that was an easy one. What else we got here? Kill count 5 in a row. That's the easiest one there is. Just kill 5 enemies in a row with what they're led to. Yes, the burn 200, bleed 200, gas 200. It's gas inflict the gas on 100 Rikers. Light them up, burn 5. Yeah, it's an easy one right there. So, and then there's a few more here that I'm working on. That it's just, if it happens, I get it. If I do, I do. If I don't, I don't. I don't even care if there's anything else I really want on it. Yeah. So anyway, another piss poor vendor reset, everybody. Again, I want to say thank you to everybody who has sent me messages, reached out on Twitter, email, text message. The day after Mother's Day, my aunt, very close aunt, suddenly passed away. It was definitely rough, and I do appreciate everyone's reaching out support. I took the week off, and then I came back last weekend, and last Sunday I get a phone call that one of my closest and best friends had passed away from what we actually presume is an accidental drug overdose, which makes it even harder. Is that it wasn't like he was out there doing stuff. Most of y'all that's been in here for a while know my history with, where I live in Panama City, partying, drugs, prison, all that shit that I went through. But, yeah, the way this turned out, this may be a friend of mine and a father of 2 beautiful young little girls that may have had an accidental overdose, which is just horrible, man. It's horrible. 32 years old and gone. So, again, I want to say thank you to everybody. I know I've only been on like once or twice over the course of the past 2 weeks, but that'll start changing. I'm going to be slowly back on every day. Y'all know how I am. I stream pretty much every day of the week except Thursday. But, yeah, let's change that. I'm going to get back on and start streaming live. I'm going to take me a little break. I'll probably hop back on here in a few. I do some survival. I don't know. If you are on PS4 and you've never done survival or anything like that, hit me up and we'll go through and we'll have some fun. Other than that, thank y'all, everyone. I really appreciate all the support. The channel's growing, D-Tech Gaming. This is a community of very close friends that we help each other out. We are all about giving back to this community. We're not toxic, though we do like to have a little fun from time to time. But if you're having trouble completing anything in this game, whether it be legendaries, whatever, hit us up. We'll help you out. We love this game. We love this community. So y'all have a great night. Thank y'all so much, and I will talk to y'all later. Peace.